here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
Hey guys, it's Rob doing another sprint episode here. Today I'm just going to cover a couple of simple little things regarding, I'm going to say maintenance, if you will. It'll be a nice short one, but I want to go ahead and throw a few things out there that have been on my mind, not necessarily long enough for a whole show. So today was my first day back in the pool after 4 months off. And, because I was doing all the running 6 days a week, didn't a lot for any other workout time there. So anyways, I pulled out my swim heart rate strap and, two things. One is you heard John and I talk about the documentary, the Obesity, the Postmortem. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I'd say go back out and check that out. Go out there and see it because it's on Netflix, it's free. And it's one of those things that I want to say it hit home with me. As you are on a weight loss journey or you see your body is changing in shape or size, there's some things you immediately pay attention to. Oh, I no longer have two chins, or my belly got a little smaller, I'm down a belt loop. One thing that really hit me is I hadn't had that chest strap on in, like I said, over 4 months. And when I went to put it on, I had to take about 3 inches out of it. And it's something that really it took me by surprise because you always heard me say I'm used to carrying the weight kind of down through my torso and, chin, chest, I should say, belly. But you don't really realize because I never really had the big, the man boobs or anything like that until I'm above, like I'll say, 230, 250. So when I'm down around the 220 range, I really didn't carry much extra jiggle there. But the fact is, all of the fat that I had was obviously on the inside, around my organs and such, things you can't see. A lot of people say what you can't see or what you don't know can't hurt you. This can, and that's why, I point you back out that documentary to go check it out because, I didn't notice or feel that getting any smaller because it didn't jiggle any less. Nothing changed, so to say. So I just wanted to point that out and that just, really open your guys' eyes up and make you go check it out and pay attention. That leads me to say, though, is one of the things to consider is, and I use Garmin products, but I'm sure it's the same with a lot of the other ones, and that is, so for my Garmin watch, they're all built-in batteries. There's nothing to do there, so to say. But on my bikes, I have the Garmin speed sensors, so there's 2 units that each have a battery in it. My heart rate strap for running, my heart rate strap for swimming. These are things that, hey, they're, in years past, I've always, when I say just waited until the battery died and replaced it, because I'm like, hey, I don't want to waste money. But, you can go out on Amazon or, and you buy a large pack of like 10 or 12 of these batteries. Generally, they all take the same thing. It brings the cost down significantly than if you're going out to the store and buying them one at a time. And, it never fails. It's not a random Tuesday training ride whenever I have, a whole bunch of time to mess with it. It's always when I'm going out with, a group that's waiting in the driveway or race day, it is when the battery seems to fail, when it finally gives it up. So something for you guys to consider. Now we're past the date, I should say, on this, but in the spring, you spring forward, fall back with the clocks. In the spring, when they tell you to change the batteries in your smoke detectors in your house, change the batteries in your gear as you can as well. If it's in your foot pod or if it's in your chest strap on your bike, the battery should last the entire season for you, no problem. So you shouldn't need to replace it, in the fall going into winter, unless you're in a warmer climate. You can ride year round, where it's going to be your trainer bike. Or once again, though, I go back to the it's not that important. If you're out doing a trainer ride inside, it's just you with yourself. You don't have people waiting on you, so you could take a few minutes to swap that out and so forth. But I don't know. I just wanted to share that because it was something I was thinking of, because nothing stinks more than when you're just about ready to go do something and then all of a sudden you don't, your gear's failing you or something. You can make a list of stuff that you maybe need to think or go through. You could also do, like you had heard me talk when I was sick a few weeks ago about I take that time to swap out all my gear. Maybe that's just when you do it. Something to consider is, hey, I pack away, up here, we have lost, obviously, pants for the winter and shorts for the summer. I don't need shorts when it's negative 10 degrees outside. I pack it all away, put it in a bin. That being said, that's my good clothes plus my, some workout clothes I keep because, I can go indoors and do that. But maybe if you're swapping your wardrobe out, or, write a list of things that you want to do, or, a checklist, and then tuck it in there. So that way when you go to swap out your gear, or whether it's your wardrobe or whatever, or actually you can just do like I try to do it with the daylight savings. That way it's just go through and literally replace the batteries in pretty much everything, remotes and workout gear, smoke detectors, and then you're pretty much done with it for a while. Something else you might want to do around this time of year, if you're up in a northern climate like myself, where it takes you some more time to get nice, to be able to get outside. You might want to go over your bike. Certain things, I'm not saying they're going to fail over the winter, but it's a good time to check your tires. Make sure when I say check them, not just check them for pressure, but really spin them around. Check them for any cracks, maybe dry rotting or holes that might have occurred over the winter, because you don't want to be cruising down the road and at a decent speed and have that fail on you. Also a good time to clean it up real good. Check the frame for any cracks, nicks, anything like that. In addition to lubing up or changing out things, lube up the chain, change out your brake pads if they need it. So just get a good refresh. Even if you've never touched a bike, there's a lot of stuff that you can, when I say work on yourself, that you're not really putting yourself in any harm. You can do that. If it's something you're not comfortable with, definitely get it to your local bike shop. Get them to, check it out. And, if there's any major squeaks, if there's a crack, definitely have them look at it. Some things can be repaired. A steel frame, if an aluminum frame's bent, it's pretty much gone. If, carbon, some of them can be repaired. Most people, they don't, because if you're paying enough for a carbon bike, it's, you're basically, you have a really nice bike and you don't want to see a repair on it type of deal. So those are just a couple things that were on my mind, kind of a little bit of a safety long-term health issue and some safety short-term things and a couple of tips to maybe help you guys out. So if you have any tips or tricks as well that you would like to share, be sure to post them, in the group. And, if it's something that warrants longer discussion, definitely let us know. We'll do something on it, or if you want to do something on your own and record one of these little things, here soon I should be, or if I haven't already done it, I might be doing something just to show you guys, because I'm literally driving right now and I have a headset in that cost $15-20. The earbuds with the 300s with the inline mic. I'm using the voice recorder, the voice memo function on the iPhone. You can then, export that, send the file directly to us, and we can pop them up there. So that's all I got for now. Hope you guys have a good day. Talk to you later.